Good afternoon. Today we want to talk about establishment of a strategic PMO and look at a lessons learned over a small project that was rolled out recently using a PMO. The PMO will ensure that project execution aligns with organizational strategy according to PMBOK 2021. PMO serves as a central structure for governance and best practices. Its role is in enhancing strategic alignment and oversight. So look at a few categories there. The purpose of the PMO is really looks at standardization, project control, alignment with business strategy, and manages internal business costs at great detail. Why now? So looking at our market growth, it aligns with our business strategy, business growth, looks at operational inefficiencies and improvements in that space, missed opportunities, supports governance, risk, and quality controls, and responds to inefficiencies in delivery or oversight in other projects across the network. Benefits and challenges. So the PMO brings several long-term benefits like centralized oversight and improved project outcomes. However, we must also acknowledge early challenges, including stakeholder resistance and the time required for cultural adaptation. So we break those down in terms of the benefits: so improved risk management, centralized reporting and resource use, higher project success rates, and consistency in delivery, improved governance, resource optimization, and transparency. Challenges, well, there'll be that organizational cultural fit in that misalignment piece. So it's up to the executive leadership team to really, support the PMO process itself and ensure the success of its rollout across the business. The implementation will follow a phased approach over 6 months. We'll begin with staffing and selecting tools, followed by piloting on selected projects before a full-scale rollout. Key enablers included trained personnel, executive backing, and software for tracking and reporting. The timeline summary is as follows: really a setup and staffing across the first couple of months, tool implementation around month 3, pilot projects around 4 and 5, and a full rollout from month 6 onwards. The pilot project itself, so we did look at a mini project where we used a PMO, and that was based on the Coles Liquor DTS. So DTS being the dedicated direct to store delivery transport model. This is across all major capital cities in Australia. What worked, I guess, the PMO enabled real time tracking on the dashboards, which enabled and gave the transparency of cross functional communication. That is throughout the transport scheduling team, the transport team, customer service, and also, more importantly, the customer itself. So Coles Liquor was able to see real-time tracking with the GPS tracking of all our vehicles in all major capital cities. So, and then I guess also raised opportunities where BCPs could come into play as well with the GPS tracking. So if there was any road closures or I guess accidents or delays in deliveries, drivers were able to be notified and choose alternate routes in order to complete their delivery somewhat on time with minimal impact. In terms of what didn't work, we did see a little bit of scope creep and scope alignment wasn't fully transparent. Some stores required a hand unload or a tail lift delivery style. Most of them were put down as just a hand unload style, but so we'll work through that. And driver absenteeism, mainly in that sick leave space, which we'll have to utilize subcontractors to fill those voids in order to complete those deliveries. In summary, the PMO has certainly proven value. With the executive leadership team approval, we can move forward with a full implementation that builds on both successes and lessons learned. PMO has been established and it begins to benefit projects in its integral part of the organisation as a whole. It helps support success and provides an overview for project managers who might not always see the whole picture, allowing them to do better work for the company and for broader company-wide teams. So I do thank you for your time and look forward to further engagement and next steps. Thank you very much.